Hi everyone, it's Elizabeth. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you have been here before, you're probably wondering what on earth is going on. So this channel has primarily been all about keeping journals, keeping art journals and sketchbooks and fun and creative and inexpensive ways to do that. So if you are here for that, don't fear. That series is going to continue. There's a Friday flip coming up this coming Friday, so stay tuned for that. What I'm going to be doing on the channel is creating a parallel series that has to do with all things books. I'm a reader. I love to read. There's always a link to my Goodreads account down below. Feel free to connect with me there. So what I'm going to be doing is starting a series where I talk about books. This particular one is going to be called the TBR Tuesday series, and it's going to be the books that are on my TBR, on my night shelf, waiting for me to get to. And in today's specific video, I'm going to be talking about the physical TBR books that I have, all of which are from the library. Now, I tend to read in a variety of formats: physical books, ebooks, audiobooks, all of the above. My TBR on the audio and ebook side is rather ridiculous, so I figured let's start with something that is more easily contained, which is my physical TBR. So let me just move these aside because I'm going to start with the books that have more of a visual component to them, graphic novels as well as other books in this, and you will see what I mean in a minute. So the first book in this pile is a teen graphic memoir. It's called A Fire Never Goes Out, a memoir in pictures by Noelle Stevenson. So I've read, Nimona is the other book this woman has written, and it looks more, unlike graphic novel format, it looks more like an illustrated memoir. So I'm really looking forward to this one. Here's another teen graphic novel, What We Don't Talk About by Charlotte Christensen. And this one looks like it's about two teens and the drama that has to do with teen angst. So that's kind of what that looks like. This is a graphic novel called Maids by Katie Skelly. And again, I'm sure I saw someone on Goodreads had really liked this one, so I thought I'd give it a try. The thing about comics for me is I pick them up in my library. They don't cost me anything. I have a wonderful library system that tends to have almost every comic that I'm looking for, actually really almost everything I'm looking for, in their either local division or in the consortium. This one I am the most excited about. It's called This Place, 150 Years Retold. And it's exploring the past 150 years through the eyes of indigenous creators. And it's an anthology. That's easy for me to say. So this anthology looks really fantastic. And this might be the one that I start with next. I will judge you by your bookshelf. If you're a person who looks at people's bookshelves, you know exactly what this is all about. It's by Grant Snyder, and I'm looking forward to finishing this. I started this last night, and it's not so much a memoir as much as just kind of interesting things that bookish people tend to think about. So that's a fun one. So these two are not comics per se. This is Nonfiction, Broad Strokes, 15 Women Who Made Art and Made History in that order by Bridget Quinn. And it's got really short biographies with some lovely art. And I believe it's illustrated by Lisa Congdon, who's a person that if you're on my channel for the art side of the house, you already are familiar with. So I'm really looking forward to this one. Again, just art in particular has been so male and so white male centric for millennia. I'm kind of looking forward to this particular nonfiction. And Brandon Stanton is the authors of Humans of New York, a book that I liked, and I tend to follow him on Instagram as well. This is his latest book, Humans, and following his typical format, it's photographs of people with some text about them, something about the story of their lives. So really looking forward to that one as well. Now, on the non-image or non-illustrated side of the house, I have got a stack of books here. This is On Lighthouses by Jasmina Barrera, and it's translated from the Spanish. And it's about lighthouses, and a friend of mine on Goodreads recommended this one to me, so I thought this is a perfect time to check it out. Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshigazu Kawaguchi. I hope I'm saying that right. I love the cover. Translated from Japanese. Another one of the ones that is on my list of books to read. And this is a novel. This one is nonfiction, just in case I didn't make that clear. Another nonfiction, Trey Gowdy's Doesn't Hurt to Ask, Using the Power of Questions to Communicate, Connect, and Persuade. My one little word for this year is ask. So, I mean, really, right? How can I not pick that up? And then these two are poetry collections. Now, I tend to, over the years, have struggled with poetry. I've tried to bring poetry back into my life, and I tend to always typically have a poetry collection going on. There will be a video about my 2020 reading wrap up, and I think I got about 4 poetry collections done in this year. And my goal for 2021 is to get 6. So I'm going to start with these two, Jericho Brown's The Tradition and Life on Mars by Tracy K. Smith, which won the Pulitzer Prize. So that's my physical TBR. I will get to all of these in the next however many weeks it takes to get through them. But I'm really looking forward to them. Again, stay tuned for other bookish content on this channel. If you have read any of the things or books I've talked about today and have comments either positive or negative about them, or there's ones you think I should really move up the TBR before others, please do let me know down below. I'd love to hear what you're reading, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.